Gustavo is a clean freak, and I believe that's why he was fighting with Tank. We hope he's gonna be for 12 years or more. So let's go in there and see how they're doing. This morning is a morning of Friday, and I've not come here. I just want you to see straight from the scratch. Hello, Gustavo. Hello, Gus, Gustavo. He's got so many aliases, but just want to bring you in fresh. Good morning, and he's getting more comfortable, and he still doesn't like to be touched at certain times, which we have to respect. And boy, this boy here, Gustavo, is a clean freak. And I believe that's why he was fighting with Tank. Because when we go in that room, you find out what I'm saying. Um, but there we go. Gustavo, this is where I put the hay, and look how intact it is. As I said, I want you to see it right from the beginning. Um, but this is how intact it is. There is literally no dropping at this side. The water is there where it is, and this glass kind of ceramic glass bowl is very good because he cannot tip it. He can move it, but he cannot tip it, which is ideal for him. Yeah, sometimes you don't understand your rabbit. You say it's aggressive, it's this and that, but it's telling you something. You have to listen. That's the thing. We don't listen. We just do things based on our judgment, but not considering that these animals have got their life, their kind of life, mode of life. And therefore, you also have to listen to them or study them in order to understand them. But boy, Gustavo, this is, I separated this like this, and look exactly what Gustavo have done. It comes to do his business here, which is brilliant, which is exactly what you need. And boy, um, this is looking good because the droppings are not, it's not that wet. I know I've given him different variety of pellets. The same variety of pellets, but different grasses. So I've got the Timothy hair from Pets at Home, and I have some um, dried dandelions. I've got some dried stinging nettles, and some other grass that I got from my um, my garden. As you saw, or as you will see, how I managed to reduce the feeding cost. It's not significant, but it's good to know that you're giving them what exactly they need. And this is the beauty of it. When you give them variety, they eat what they need. Because Gustavo is going 4 months, so it's now matured enough to know what he needs. So if you give them variety, remember their food is also their medicine. And therefore, if you give them variety, it gives them a chance to pick and choose. Like this thing here, because of the way Gustavo is, I'm just gonna top up. I'm not gonna clean it because this is fresh still. This guy is a gentleman. Is a gentle bunny. What is there not to like about Gustavo? He does his business here, which makes it easy for me to clean, and he like to keep his area clean. And this is very good for it as well because it goes around there and then it's got something to play with. um we're gonna have some additives, some playing stuff. And as I speak to you now, I've got the Amazon box delivered. I've slightly opened it, but I've not checked everything in it. I'm going to check it with you on our next video. But this is what I'm saying. Gustavo is really enjoying himself in this homestead. He's feeling really good. Let's see what these two sister and brother Tank and Beverly are up to. And there we go. Immediately I open, these two are very, very friendly, especially Tank. He comes to greet me straight away as soon as I come in. He want to find out what I've brought. Sorry, I didn't bring any treat today, um, but it worked in terms of these pellet feeder. Temporal pellet feeder is working, and the idea is they can't tip it upside down. But I created these so that I can protect my hay for a little bit, because these two have not found their um, they have not found their what do you call it, their niche yet, if you like. They've not found how to live, and I don't know the culprit. I don't know who is the culprit. But I'm going to show you some signs that we need to look out for. As I said, I wanted you to see right from the beginning, from the morning, and um, you see how spread they are. Predominantly, I would say they also do most of their business here. But if you look around, the business is spread everywhere. And maybe that is not a good idea. Maybe that's not a good idea. And this is the water bowl. I'm going to clean this because they are a bit messy. Beverly is still a bit shy, not sure yet. And as I said, she's a lady, so probably it's instinct to, be protective. But you can see this guy here. He loved being in a video. He loved coming to check me out. He loved coming to ask me what's going on, and he loved me to pet him as well. He loved being petted. Um, but I also want you to. It's all about observation with rabbit keeping or pet keeping. And when you have them in two, you have to look up for things like their affairs. I believe there was a kind of commotion between the two siblings, because I can see a lot of fur there, bunch of furs here and there, and it could be that they are fighting. And yes, they are above 3 months, getting 4 months. So yes, as siblings, you know it already. They get involved in fights and commotions, and that's what I think has happened to these two, which is not always a bad thing, but you would like to prevent it as much as possible. Um, so next week, I'm going to separate these two for their own benefit, and I will try to find um, a female for Beverly to be with, but for the males, they are very much closer to maturity, and jealousy is setting in and dominance is setting in, and they want to prove themselves. I can feel some knots here and there on Tank, and that's because he's been fighting. The little thing that he had on the ear is almost gone. But this is the room. What do you think? Any advice to what I should do? But I'm gonna quickly clean it, and I'm also changing the way I'm doing stuff. So instead of sweeping, I'm not using the Hoover. Yes, I know they don't like the sound of it, but like every animal, they have to learn and cohabit and understand that this is not a bad thing. It might take a bit longer for them to adjust, but it's important that you teach them, you train them to understand certain things. And if using the vacuum cleaner is one of the things that they have to live with, you just have to do it regularly, and they know that it's not a dangerous thing. It's just a normal thing. So I'm going to start the cleaning from this room, and if you bear with me a minute, just going to leave the camera here whilst I connect to the Hoover or the vacuum cleaner, and then we take it from there. So what do you think so far? I'm open to advice. I want to add do a lot of add-ons to these and give more content. If you're thinking of keeping rabbits, so you know the challenges, this is like adding another responsibility to the family and to my lifestyle. But I love it because it gives me a different kind of focus, and I need different focus. That's just the way I am. So it works. It's working for me. It works for me. I don't know about you, but if you're thinking of um, getting a pet rabbit or keeping rabbit for whatever reasons, hopefully this will give you a new kind of, so you know how what is involved in it. So I'm sure Gustavo Tank has been entertaining. I try to push it this as far back as possible. As soon as I start it, I'm gonna try to be as quickly as possible. But this is how it works. I just go around, and it makes it easy for me. Just pick it. Yeah. So you see, is that Beverly there? No, that's Tank. So Tank is very curious and wants to see everything. Okay, I'm not getting this suction. There you go. Didn't take that long, but the room is clean, and you can see that that's where they want to do their business most of the time, which is good. Again, I'm observing their droppings and making sure that it's not running, that it's all nice and solid. So that's good. And we're gonna disturb Goose a bit. The gentle giant, I call him. But before, I'm gonna just take this one aside. Goose sometimes like to pull from um, the other room, and that's nice because they like to share. So let's see how he react to this all alert. Doesn't like it, but I'm gonna be as quickly as possible. So probably a minute it takes me to clean Goose's house, and that's it. That's all about it. Happy again. It's gonna top up the food, and I am going to change the water. I'm gonna top up the feed, and then that's it. That's it. Dropping is solid. Well, it's a bit wet, but it's fine because I've given them something different, but it's not wet wet. This is what you get, and this is pure golden manure. Nothing, nothing can compare to these. So routine, it doesn't, once you set into routine, it doesn't take long anymore. It doesn't, honestly doesn't. So um, you can choose to do it once every 2 days. Yes, it's all right. If you've got someone like Goose, it's perfectly okay to do it once every 2 days, because look, it took me 1 minute to clean up the droppings, and it's going to take me another, well, 2 minutes uh, to inspect it. I don't need to touch him every day. He doesn't like to be touched, and you have to respect your your pets as well, because just like you, sometimes you are not in the mood, and therefore you have to be able to respect their feelings as well. They're not always in the mood. Whatever is going on in their head, um, you don't know, so you got to respect them in that sense. So when he's not in the mood, unless I have a reason to inspect him, I wouldn't. Each time I try to break in slowly. I try to, get him more comfortable, and you have to give them their time. They're not going to jump to you immediately and sort of start um, playing about with you. You have to be patient with them. They are observing you. They want to make sure that what they're seeing is true, and you know, so you have to respect that. You do have to respect that. So that's it. Goose is happy bunny. Got enough food. Um, I will check it in the morning. If it's enough, I'll just leave it. Um, and now he knows when something fresh is in. Of course, water is fresh. You want to give it a sip. There you go. And I really believe in water that is like water rather than nippling it on it. I think it's like drinking water in straw with a straw, and you know how it is. Sometimes can introduce gas into your system. I'm trying to think like things I don't like, they might not like it too. So unless we start thinking like that, we cannot do what is best for them. You can't just assume rabbits like nice stuff. They are from, originally from the jungle or from the wild, where they have to fight for everything. So sometimes it's better you create sort of their something of their natural environment. Yes, you can give them varieties of lifestyle and that, but there is to my understanding, there's no right or wrong about how you do it. It's just try to do it, um, thinking a little bit like rabbit, because at the end of the day you're caring for them. So if you can't think like them, then there is a problem. So we'll see how it goes. They are pretty much settled. I can't say they are not settled. They are settled. They are tank has he's got a problem with a leg of this the camera. Um, he want to investigate. So there we go. That's him, tank, troublemaker, tank. You are a troublemaker, and Beverly is not that much of a troublemaker, but she's not innocent. I want to bring you in other camera. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I'm using my phone as the main camera. So let's see how Goose has been. I keep calling him Goose. Tank has been fighting the camera. Look at him. Look at him. Make sure you subscribe, share with friends and family, those who love bunnies or who are interested in keeping bunnies so that they are